deception, betrayal. They made the Ewings look like saints. From Hollywood's golden age legends to the ultimate 80s heartthrobs, Falcon Crest had the most expensive cast in history. But real life brought tragedies even scripts couldn't predict. Tonight, we honor the stars of the valley. Jane Wyman, born in 1917, was the formidable Angela Channing, the iron-fisted matriarch who ruled the Falcon Crest winery with absolute authority. At 64 years old, she brought the grandeur of old Hollywood to the small screen, playing a villainess so compelling that she defined the entire series with her Machiavellian schemes. As an Oscar winner and the first wife of Ronald Reagan, she commanded respect on and off camera, serving as the anchor for the show's 9-season run. Jane passed away from natural causes on September 10th of 2007 at the impressive age of 90. Her legacy as one of television's most memorable power players remains untouched, proving that true queens never retire. They just fade into legend, leaving a standard that few can match. Lorenzo Lamas, born in 1958, played Lance Cumpson, the handsome playboy grandson caught between his own reckless desires and his grandmother's manipulative games. At just 23 years old, he became an instant global heartthrob known for his rugged looks and being the only actor alongside Wyman to appear in every single episode of the saga. His character journey from a spoiled heir used as a pawn to a man fighting for his own identity was central to the show's drama. In 2026, at 68 years old, Lorenzo is alive and remains a pop culture fixture, having transitioned from the vineyards to action movies and reality TV. He keeps the rebellious spirit of Lance Cumpson alive, representing the wild youth of the lavish 80s era. David Selby, born in 1941, joined the cast in 1982 as Richard Channing, the illegitimate son who arrived to shake the very foundations of the valley. At 41 years old, he brought a dark sophistication and ruthless intelligence that made him the perfect adversary and eventual begrudging ally to the family. Originally a villain, he evolved into arguably the most complex character in the show, stealing scenes with his brooding intensity and sharp wit. In 2026, at 85 years old, David is alive and highly respected, continuing to work in theater and film, including projects like Legion. He remains the Dark Prince of Falcon Crest, the man who showed that even the coldest hearts can eventually find a path to redemption. Anna Alicia, born in 1956, joined the cast in 1982 as Melissa Agretti, the spoiled and manipulative heiress whose turbulent marriage to Lance became the stuff of soap opera legend. At 26 years old, she injected a chaotic energy into the show, playing a character who could be fiercely protective one moment and dangerously unstable the next. Her performance was a masterclass in soap villainy, often rivaling Angela Channing in sheer cunning, while bringing a seductive danger to the vineyards. In 2026, at 70 years old, Anna is alive and remains a beloved figure among genre fans, often appearing at reunions. She created the ultimate 80s bad girl, a woman who knew that in Falcon Crest, love was just another weapon to be used in the war for land and power. Susan Sullivan, born in 1942, played Maggie Gioberti, the warm-hearted and resilient wife of Chase, who served as the moral compass of the series. At 39 years old, she brought a relatable humanity to the extravagant world of Tuscany Valley, standing firm against the manipulations of the Channing family. Her character endured everything from plane crashes to amnesia, eventually finding herself in a complex romance with Richard Channing before her tragic exit. In 2026, at 84 years old, Susan is alive and continues to be a television icon, known for her later role in Castle. Her presence in Falcon Crest was the calm eye of the storm, proving that grace and kindness could survive even in the most treacherous of family feuds. Robert Foxworth, born in 1941, starred as Chase Gioberti, the principled pilot who returned to the valley to claim his father's legacy and challenge his aunt's tyrannical rule. At 40 years old, he represented the modern, honest approach to winemaking, standing in stark contrast to the corrupt traditions of Falcon Crest. His intense rivalry with Angela Channing drove the narrative for the first 6 seasons, grounding the high-stakes drama in a believable family conflict. In 2026, at 84 years old, Robert is alive and remains a distinguished actor with a rich voice, often heard in major franchises like Transformers. He will always be remembered as the hero who dared to stand up to the Queen of the Valley, fighting for integrity in a land built on secrets. Gina Lollobrigida, born in 1927, joined the cast in Season 4 as Francesca Gioberti, the long-lost half-sister of Angela Channing. At 57 years old, she was already an international cinema legend known as the most beautiful woman in the world, bringing unparalleled European glamour to the American vineyard. Her presence was electric as she went toe-to-toe with Jane Wyman, proving to be one of the few characters who could truly rattle the matriarch. Gina passed away from natural causes on January 16, 2023, at the age of 95, leaving behind a legacy that spans decades of Italian and Hollywood history. Her stint in Falcon Crest remains a testament to the show's global reach and its ability to attract true royalty. Chow Li-chi, born in 1927, played Chow Li, the fiercely loyal majordomo and chauffeur to Angela Channing throughout the entire 9-season run. At 54 years old, he created a character who was much more than a servant, becoming Angela's confidant and silent enforcer, often using his martial arts skills to protect the family interests. His calm demeanor provided a perfect balance to the hysteria of the Channing household, making him a fan favorite for his quiet strength and wisdom. Chow Li passed away from natural causes on October 16, 2010, at the age of 83. He remains an integral part of the show's identity, the keeper of secrets, who knew every skeleton in the closet of the Falcon Crest mansion. Margaret Ladd, born in 1942, played Emma Channing, the emotionally fragile and eccentric daughter of Angela, who often found herself at the center of the family's most bizarre storylines. At 39 years old, she brought a unique charm and vulnerability to the role, portraying a character struggling for independence under her mother's suffocating control. Her performance balanced tragedy and comedy, perfectly making Emma one of the most sympathetic figures in a show full of sharks. In 2026, at 84 years old, Margaret is alive and fondly remembered by fans for her quirky portrayal. She represented the innocent soul of the vineyard, a woman who, despite her struggles, often saw the truth more clearly than anyone else in the power-hungry clan. Lana Turner, born in 1921, was a true screen goddess who joined the cast in 1982 as Jacqueline Perrot, the mysterious and vengeful mother of Chase Gioberti. At 61 years old, she brought the full weight of her golden age Hollywood stardom to the role, playing the only woman Angela Channing ever truly feared. Her arrival elevated the series into a high-stakes battle of glamorous matriarchs, proving that bad blood never dries. Lana passed away from throat cancer on June 29, 1995, at the age of 74. Her presence on Falcon Crest was a historic television event, reminding audiences that true star power is eternal and deadly elegant. William R. Moses, born in 1959, played Cole Gioberti, the idealistic son of Chase and Maggie, who often found himself caught in the romantic crossfire of the Vineyard Wars. At just 22 years old, he represented the innocent heart of the show, becoming a teen idol whose forbidden romance with Melissa Agretti echoed Romeo and Juliet. His youthful optimism provided a stark contrast to the cynical maneuvering of his cousin Lance, creating a rivalry that defined the early seasons. In 2026, at 67 years old, William is alive and continues to act, often seen in Hallmark movies. He remains the brooding hero of the vines, the one who tried to find love in a field sown with hate. Abby Dalton, born in 1932, played Julia Cumson, the eldest daughter of Angela and the mother of Lance, who served as the vineyard chief winemaker. At 49 years old, she initially appeared as the quiet, dutiful daughter living in her mother's shadow, until a shocking twist revealed her as a murderer, turning the show upside down. Her portrayal of a woman pushed to the brink of insanity by family pressure was both terrifying and tragic. Abby passed away after a long illness on November 23, 2020, at the age of 88. She gave Falcon Crest one of its most stunning cliffhangers, proving that the quietest ones in the family often hide the deadliest secrets. Cesar Romero, born in 1907, joined the cast in 1985 as Peter Stavros, the Greek shipping billionaire, who became the romantic match and eventual husband to Angela Channing. At 78 years old, he brought a lifetime of Hollywood elegance to the role, famously known as the original Joker from the 1960s Batman series. His chemistry with Jane Wyman was palpable, providing the formidable matriarch with a partner who was her equal in both power and charm. Cesar passed away from bronchitis and pneumonia on January 1, 1994, at the age of 86. His time on Falcon Crest served as a graceful final act for a true screen legend, proving that romance and charisma have no expiration date. Morgan Fairchild, born in 1950, joined the series in 1985 as Jordan Roberts, a glamorous attorney whose sharp legal mind hid a troubled past and a complex split personality disorder. At 35 years old, she was the quintessential 80s television icon, bringing high fashion and high drama to the vineyards in a storyline that was as controversial as it was captivating. Her performance elevated the soap opera elements to new heights, making her character a focal point of Season 5. In 2026, at 76 years old, Morgan is alive and remains a symbol of Hollywood glamour, often parodying her own image with wit. She proved that behind the blonde bombshell exterior lay a talented actress capable of handling the darkest scripts. Simon McCorkindale, born in 1952, played Greg Reardon, the smooth British lawyer who arrived in the valley to work for the Gioberti family and quickly became a romantic interest for many. At 32 years old, he brought a refined European charm and intelligence that made him an instant heartthrob, contrasting with the more rugged American men of the show. His character was often the voice of reason amidst the chaos, navigating the treacherous waters of corporate sabotage and love triangles. Simon passed away from bowel cancer on October 14, 2010, at the untimely age of 58. He remains a beloved figure for fans, remembered as the sophisticated gentleman who tried to bring order to the unruly world of Falcon Crest. Kim Novak, born in 1933, joined the cast in 1986 as Kit Marlowe, a mysterious woman with a hidden agenda who posed as the stepdaughter of Peter Stavros. At 53 years old, she was a cinema icon best known for Hitchcock's Vertigo, bringing an aura of classic film noir mystery to the vineyards. Her storyline involved mistaken identity and high-stakes deception, fitting perfectly with her enigmatic screen persona. In 2026, at 93 years old, Kim is alive and lives a quiet life as an artist, having retired from acting years ago. Her presence on Falcon Crest was a rare television treat, reminding the world of the magnetic pull of a true movie star. Mel Ferrer, born in 1917, played Philip Erickson, the shrewd attorney and eventual second husband of Angela Channing, who was one of the few men capable of matching her wit. At 64 years old, he brought a patrician elegance and sharp intelligence to the role, playing the consigliere who knew where all the bodies were buried. A distinguished filmmaker and actor known for War and Peace, he added a layer of sophisticated menace to the boardroom battles. Mel passed away from heart failure on June 2, 2008, at the age of 90. His character remains the gold standard for soap opera lawyers, proving that a suit and a smile can be deadlier than a gun. Sarah Douglas, born in 1952, played Pamela Lynch, the devoted and ruthless personal assistant to Richard Channing, who would do anything to protect her boss. At 31 years old, she was fresh off her iconic role as the villainous Ursa in Superman 2, bringing that same icy intimidation to the sunny vineyards of California. Her character was the ultimate fixer, executing Richard's dirty work with a terrifying efficiency and a crisp British accent. In 2026, at 74 years old, Sarah is alive and active on the convention circuit, embraced by sci-fi and soap fans alike. She remains the memorable face of corporate villainy, a woman whose loyalty was as dangerous as her ambition. Cliff Robertson, born in 1923, joined the series in 1983 as Dr. Michael Ranson, a brilliant neurosurgeon and cousin to Chase Gioberti, who stepped into the family drama. At 60 years old, he was already an Academy Award winner for Charlie, bringing immense prestige and a gravitas to the role of a man burdened by secrets. His character added a medical and ethical dimension to the show, often serving as a healer in a family intent on destroying itself. Cliff passed away from natural causes on September 10, 2011, at the age of 88, just one day after his birthday. He is fondly remembered by modern audiences as Uncle Ben in Spider-Man, but his time at Falcon Crest showcased his leading man charisma. Rod Taylor, born in 1930, joined the cast in the later seasons as Frank Agretti, the rugged father of Melissa and a key player in the battle for the wine empire. At 58 years old, the Australian star, known for The Birds and The Time Machine, brought a tough, masculine energy that revitalized the show. His character evolved from an enemy into a surprising ally for Angela Channing, forming a partnership that was as charming as it was formidable. Rod passed away from a heart attack on January 7, 2015, at the age of 84. He was one of the last true action heroes of the studio era, lending Falcon Crest a final touch of cinematic grit and old-school romance. John Saxon, born in 1936, played Tony Cumpson, the father of Lance and the estranged husband of Julia, whose return sparked tension in the Channing household. At 46 years old, he was a cult icon, famous for fighting alongside Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon and battling Freddy Krueger on Elm Street. His presence brought a rugged intensity to the role of a man trying to reconnect with his son while navigating the treacherous politics of his former in-laws. John passed away from pneumonia on July 25, 2020, at the age of 83. He was a versatile actor whose career spanned genres, leaving a legacy that touched martial arts, horror, and primetime soap operas with equal impact. Robert Stack, born in 1919, joined the show in 1987 as Roland Saunders, a ruthless Hollywood studio mogul and enemy of Richard Channing. At 68 years old, he brought his iconic stone-faced intensity and deep commanding voice to the series, instantly elevating the threat level. Famous for his role as Elliot Ness in The Untouchables, and later as the host of Unsolved Mysteries, he was a master of playing tough, unyielding characters. Robert passed away from a heart attack on May 14, 2003, at the age of 84. His brief but powerful stint on Falcon Crest demonstrated that true authority does not need to shout, it just needs to walk into the room with the presence of a legend. John Callahan, born in 1953, joined the cast in 1986 as Eric Stavros, the handsome son of billionaire Peter Stavros, who became a key romantic figure in the later seasons. At 33 years old, he fit the mold of the international playboy, perfectly bringing a dashing charm and a touch of vulnerability as he navigated his father's expectations and his own heart. He later became a daytime television staple known for his roles on All My Children and Days of Our Lives. John passed away from a massive stroke on March 28, 2020, at the age of 66. His legacy lives on through his extensive work in the soap genre, where he was always the quintessential leading man with a twinkle in his eye. The gates of Falcon Crest are closing, and the wine has been poured. Angela Channing's empire may be fiction, but these legends were very real. Who was your favorite schemer in the Valley? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for taking this trip down memory lane with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more TV history. Cheers.